ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker. Your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Hey everybody, I am Frost and I am here to do some more Froste Written. Working on lore for Legend Seeker. Specifically lore for the Goblins. Silly tired. Hey, you know what's fun is I went to sleep at 3:45 this morning. I got up at 5:30. I'm tired too. And hello. Also, I have Benji down here with me. Hello, Benji. You want to say hello to everybody? Want to say hi? Want to come say hi? You want to reach your paw up and say hello? No? He's not interested. Well, he'll say hi at some point. He came in, he had some food, he was sleeping over there. All of a sudden, I hear this noise over here. He's just happily purring, his little crackly purr, and he's playing with something. He's nuzzling it hard. I'm like, did you find a toy? What did you find? Earlier, I had switched out of my jeans into shorts because I'm like, comfortable. And I took everything out of my pockets and put it here, my wallet and my keys and everything. He had taken the money that I had sitting here, and he was sitting here like this. He was just rubbing his face on it. He had taken the whole pile of money and threw it over there. And he was just having a good old time, just like, money. Like, you dork. Look at this dork. He tried to steal all my cash. And all he wanted to do was nuzzle it. He wasn't even going to spend it on nothing. The dork. Need to go pay my idiot tax because I forgot to on my way home. Oh, nice. Wait, hey, I hope you win for yourself. Helping out everybody else would be nice, but I hope you win. That'd be fun. Hi, Benji, could you move a little bit? I can't even get to my desk because he's so insistent upon sitting in a very specific spot. Here we go. Boop. There we go. Benji! His catnip dealer was in town. Well, you're not wrong, Gino. You're not wrong. Yeah. Hi. What? Are you going to sit down and calm down? Or are you going to drool all over my leg or keep rubbing your... All he's doing right now is smashing his head into my my arm and my armrest over and over and over and over. Okay, you're going to flop there. All right, you flop there like a little shrimp on my lap. Curl up. So yeah, having all kinds of fun. It's a mess. And don't judge me for having... This isn't that much money. It's mostly $1 bills because when I go to the farmer's market, I have this horrible habit of reaching into my right-hand pocket and taking out a face card bill, like a 10 or a 20 or something, and paying for it. And then getting a bunch of change and throwing the change in my left-hand pocket and taking out another bill. And so I get home, I'm like, I have a lot of change in my pocket. It comes to almost nothing because it's mostly ones. But still... Hey, buddy, can I have my lap back? Can I have my arm back? Anything? Okay, arm. Thank you. I need that. Now you're gonna have to move a little bit because I'm gonna, let's see, let's rotate. I don't want to smush you into my keyboard here. There we go. Hi, everybody. Now that we're done talking about cake and money and cats and catnip dealers and Jensen winning the lottery, so now he has people in the UK fighting against it. Some guy who likes beans on toast is going to win your money, Jensen. Let's get into some lore writing here. I'm reviewing the entry right now for the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, making sure that it all makes sense with the lore. The lore. Only by 1 or 2, unlike the people literally drop $200. Oof. Has that in his car for the exact same reason? Yep. Well, it's a thing. It's a thing. Because, you know, sometimes at the farmer's market, there are a hell of a lot of people in your way and in front of you and behind you. Hi, buddy. You okay? And sometimes you don't want to stop and reach into the pocket and actually count out the money. You let the vendor do the money counting, and then you don't look like the jerk for holding up the line. See? Maybe that's not it. Let's see. Okay, reflexive relief. Inveil, golden alluring, yet fragile and rapidly tearing aside. I'm not a fan of how that's written. I'll have to look at that. Sounds weird. So it's a weird thing. And yes, I did stay up writing a treatment for my my novel thing to send into a publishing house. And I started a final version of it because I got tired of kind of starting and stopping, of condensing a 100,000 page book down into 1,800 words. And it took a few hours, just gonna say. But I got through that part. I just need to rewrite it to make it really flow nicely, make sense. So it was fun. All right. Do we have? I guess there was no location for them before when they were sent to the hidden temples of unveiling, and for the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, they got forced down here where the temples of unveiling. Because nobody would bother them down there, right? Nearest market is 45 minutes away. Wow. I don't have to go that far. I just have to go downtown to the square and the side streets downtown. It's massive, so it can take a while to walk all the way around. But I mean, if you know what you're looking for, usually some of the same vendors are on the same corners and areas. So, you know, when you come up to Street X, you're like, yeah, I only have to go to the next block to get to these guys, and then the next block for these guys, and the next block, and the next block. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 blocks technically in length ish. It's a pretty good market. All open air. Very nice. Unless it's 100 degrees. Not so nice. Okay, that's where that came in. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you all, since Chrysanth was being productive and smart in case tornadoes came through and sent her off to, I guess, Oz. She wouldn't go to Kansas. She'd go to Oz. She put all the benefits and stuff together for Strange Yes, for Seasons of Ghosts. So I ran in there. I took them. So I now have all the benefits for that show. So I'm going to use them however I would feel during this. If I need a Benny to help me write something, I'm using it. So too bad to them. Ha ha. I am rude, but you guys, I mean, it's like walking in, throwing down an angel food cake and a gallon of vanilla ice cream on the break room table, and then not putting a sign that says "Do not steal, Frost," and then expecting me not to just suddenly walk in and go, "Oh," and steal it and run off. Unsecured food, unsecured pennies, mine. Okay. Works. I have to check out quickly. That doesn't. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, that's what I thought. I was right. Well, it was 800 million after taxes with lump sum. It's 216 criminal. I mean, it's still well beyond life of luxury, even divided by about 8 from a family. But I mean, yeah, that's horrible. Now, is it ever preferable to take a longer term payout, or is it always better to just take the lump sum? Because I know that if you don't hit a certain threshold or something, I don't know how it works, but I think if also if you die, they can take more, or they might not be. You might not be able to leave it to someone. I don't remember. I know there's rules, but I don't know. All right, next section. Pushing. This. Yes, if you're an idiot. Got it. An idiot. I don't want to be an idiot. Yeah, I think everybody's been doing pretty well. I'll let them all speak for themselves. I'm doing all right. I'm just low on sleep. Other than that, I'm okay. I know one thing that can help me with that though, which will disgust certain people. And will also annoy the heck out of Benji. Make all this noise. I've made noise, Benji, because I have these little containers of pitted black olives. And Benji doesn't like them. He's already looking to get his nose away from them. Poor guy. Mid-risk investment, you'll make more with the lump sum. Okay. Sounds like it's a wise way to do something. Yes, I know they're olives. I know you don't like them. Not everything can be sardines, pal. Uh-huh. Yes, I'm I'm eating the very things that you are staring daggers at. That's why my breath smells like olives now. He's just like, olives. Sardines, yeah. I buy sardines for the cats, basically. I had green olives with stuffed with garlic yesterday, and I had red olives or Kalamata olives, whatever the heck they are. It was a little mix in olive oil and some red pepper. Really good, but not the smartest thing to have when I was already hot. The good thing is it was very salty, so that helped. But oof. Hey, Erudia, are you out there? Well, your mom would be both happy and upset that I'm eating all of these right now. When we have Christmas and Thanksgiving get-togethers with my family, um, whoever is hosting will have like cans of black olives or containers of black olives, and I know at least two of my sister-in-laws, and I think one or two of my nieces and nephews also will just be in there like, oh, don't mind if I do. And the black olives will be gone before everything else. No olives are good olives. The exception is olive oil. Olive oil is really good. Appearance. Benji, your fur is everywhere. Piece of fur landed on my eyebrow. Thanks, bud. He's got really long fur. He's not like the fluffiest cat, but his fur is very long. So when he sheds, it's just like, hey, buddy. Oh, no, he's snuggling my hand. All right, so burning too brightly, golden runes. Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of questions for the Erudai. I'll bug him. Most cats actually love black olives because they act like cat. Interesting. He, for whatever reason, he's just like gross. He's also interesting because he'll like a sardine. He'll if I give him a sardine from the can, sardine and water, he'll be really happy. If he goes to have any more, he'll start being like, he'll start kind of like acting like he's gonna throw up. So he only gets a sardine, a small one at that. But if I put salmon oil on their dry food, like I spray or squirt some salmon oil on it, he's just like, you ruined it. Like, okay. Yeah, I think I'll throw him over there. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's see. Who is calling me? That is some number I don't know. They'll not answer it. I'm busy, people. Oops. You are making it very difficult to write right now, buddy. You and your little noggin, your little football-headed head. When he was a little kitten, he kind of looked like Stewie Griffin. He had a very football head. Let's see. Where is his name? Oops. No question put. Put in place. What, buddy? What? Just shot his head up like, what? We need to go check on things? He's hyper vigilant all of a sudden. Do we need to go check on things, buddy? We do. All right. Come here, bud. Come on. Go see what. Okay, now you don't care? He just suddenly laid his head back down when I started moving. Okay. So you care but don't care. Got it. You dork. Such a dork. Need to try them again. Yes, Crescent, you must try them again. Again and again. Did you have them on something the last time you tried them? Or just plain? Or what? Now, after this, I think I'm going to get a pizza with black olives on it. Not to be mean, but I just want to. If she says when she was like 7, then it'll be like, oh, come on. I'm giving you a little scritchy, scratchy head rub. I'm giving him that kind of head rub where you put your thumb and your pinky behind his ear and you're rubbing the top of his head and doing this, and he's like, ah. And digging his claws into my leg because he likes it. Okay, thanks, bud. Oh, like a year ago? Oh, okay. I tried them plain, tried them with dips and pizzas, just not a fan. Yeah, but I mean, if the cool kids are all eating olives, who are you to say it's bad? So, have you tried them with buttercream frosting? Zap. He's gonna get zapped. All right, so let's see, where was I? Oh, his backstory. Okay, there we go. Mortals do this. Okay, can they shaped? All right, hi, buddy. Yes. He's got a death grip on my hand right now. He's like, yeah, crunch, 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 crunch. Thanks. Can I have it back? No, I'll take this one then. All right, leaving their temples and ruin the greatest secrets lost. So, Central Temple. All right. Oh, he's making biscuits now. He's super happy. Slamming. So many biscuits. Yeah. Cool kids can be wrong. Pfft. Yeah, I don't. So I'm pretty sure the cool kids are always right. Fried tomatoes every couple of years no longer make me want to vomit. So gross. Yeah, I love tomatoes in almost anything. Little ones cut up. I love them raw in a salsa, like a really well-made homemade salsa, like a watery crap you can get at restaurants sometimes where they've been sitting around forever. No, but if somebody dices them up with like a really good corn and jalapeno salsa, like a really fresh salsa, I love them in that with chips. Um, but I found a way to make tomatoes for breakfast that I do not dislike. What I do is I take the tomatoes and cut little, the little wagon wheels, not too thick, not too thin, and I remove all the seeds and the goopy stuff. So it's literally the wagon wheel part. And I pat them down, put a little salt on them, get them a little water out of them. Then I throw them in a little bit of egg wash, and then throw them in breadcrumbs. I'll season panko breadcrumbs with a whole bunch of Italian herbs, and then get them coated, and then I'll fry them in a pan. And then after I'm done frying them in a pan, I'll throw them in the oven and let them sit there for a little bit to just stay warm while I'm making the rest of breakfast. And there's these kind of slightly crispy, tasty little breaded tomatoes, and they're pretty good. I've managed to make myself eat tomatoes that way. Now, if I find a tomato on a burger that someone has actually freshly cut a tomato and put a slice of tomato on a burger, like super fresh, that is actually good. And I was shocked at how much I liked it. But if somebody just throws a tomato on a burger and it sits there and gets hot and goopy, why? Hi, buddy, what? What do you mean on about? No, you can't have the money. Stop. He's reaching up to try and take my money again. Have it, little thief. Anyway, going back through the legacy of the Brotherhood here. I'm trying to decide if I want to add something here. I gotta look something up here. Okay. All right, buddy. Yeah. Hi. What's up? That's my arm. Yeah, you can sniff my arm, or you can actually even lick my arm. That's fine. Just don't bite me. Okay. You're just flipping your tail around like you want something. I'm just writing. I'm just writing. You can keep up with your bathing. Go ahead, buddy. All right, let's look for this. I'm looking for something. Help. Okay, interesting. What would this be? Let's see. I found it before. It's about some locations here and some very old Mesopotamian names. Hmm. That word would be a little controversial. So we're gonna skip that one. Red fried tomato. So tomato, I love bruschetta, however the hell you pronounce it, if it's really fresh. Because the mozzarella, you get the balsamic vinaigrette, and if you have a nice little piece of toast or something to have it on, or whatever you put it on, that can be really good. I get overwhelmed by it after a few, but that's good. Maybe it's contaminated with catnip. Nah, never. Fresh basil, though, man, I have a basil plant out front, and I'm never going to use all that basil up. And my pepper plants are doing really well. And then the raccoons dug the little things up last night, and I came out this morning, and the plants are wilted. Like, oh, we're done. So I have one green pepper on there. One of the plants, it's like the size of my fist, and the other ones have got all these jalapenos, little Thai peppers, all on them, and they're just like their leaves are all wilted. I'm like, help us! So I had to re-dirtify them. So I'm trying to figure out if I can move them somewhere else. I hate raccoons. Little backyard mafia. Let's see here. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna call this place. I just gotta find where I started. What would that be? What is the word for this that I'm trying to say? Cursed ruins are there. Let's see where we're gonna put this. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's work. That's a good way to do unchecked magic. There, perfect. Give us a definition. There are no definitions. There are no definitions. I give you nothing. But this one I was looking for a way to specifically say that magic had been set on a path to do something and it's now unchecked. It's just doing its thing. It's programmed, blah, 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 blah. And I'm using requirement at the moment because the magic's requirement, the magic's goal, the magic's what it was set up to do is to reveal truths. But this temple got destroyed because this is one of the temples of the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, and that they had a cataclysmic explosion after the God Killer War that obliterated and annihilated that temple and damaged all the other ones. And then now, because of that, the jungles of Xanatha became a death trap, polluted with volatile remnants of forbidden experiments. The cursed ruins of Eru, the temple of deception, still clings. But I pluralized that. Still clings to the island of Lake Absu in the center of the jungle. Magic there tear reality itself apart in their unchecked requirement to reveal truth. So basically, that was their central temple where they were like, we're going to go beyond the veil. We're going to reveal all the uncomfortable truths about the world. We're going to expose the gods. We're going to do all this stuff. Maybe you shouldn't have screwed around with that stuff, people. But you can go there if you want. If you want to go to the lake at the center here, you can go. You can go there. Fine. Totally normal. I'm not even putting it on the map because, well, there's not much there. Aha. Don't go there. Somebody's going to want to go there, but don't go there. Bad idea. Ew, bees. There we go. Have a trout or bass or fish or whatever the hell that thing is. All right, so it's back on top. Hi, Wendy. What? You're licking your lips. Yes, I know you've been giving yourself like quite a rigorous bath. Ow, buddy. He just fell off the chair and he hung from my finger. Benji, when you slide off of the chair like that and you're like, I'm falling, don't hang off of my hand. He's looking at me like, sorry, boss. Well, I better put something on that and wash that out because now I'm bleeding all over the place. He's not a very heavy cat, but when he hangs off my hand, you know. Hi, Corey. How you doing? Just in Discord suddenly got the urge to eat cat. Weird. All right, let's scrub that out. Oh, that always feels fun. Putting a wet wipe with alcohol in a cut. Excuse me while I tend to some blood. All right. And then to top it off, this isn't that baby 70% isopropyl. 90%. I don't know. I think there's 70% isopropyl, isn't there? Let's clean that off. Just so, in case little monkey cat gets into all manner of things outside, doesn't give me all of it in my hand. A childhood of having mercurochrome applied directly to wounds. Alcohol doesn't really hurt me all that much when I put them on there. Or put it on there. Ah, good old mercury right in your wounds. The 70s were grand. All right, let's mush some antibiotic in there and then we'll be good. Gotta get in there. Get in there. Quick, I gotta grab something. I'm gonna take my headphones off. You may hear clattering and things falling over. If so, I apologize in advance. See if I can do it without knocking everything over here. Because I don't want to walk all the way over and get my first aid kit out. Let's see, which pouch did I put these in? This is my medic bag thingy. This thing is great. It's just a little overkill occasionally. I brought this camping once and somebody really cut their leg, and I opened this up and everybody's like, oh my God. Because this backpack opens up like this. Everything in here is like wound wash and derma skin. Oh, I gotta look at this dermoplast. I gotta see how good this is. Oh, this one's expiring. Dermoplast. Gotta get a new bottle. All right, all I'm trying to do is find my little pouch, but it looks like maybe I took it out and I didn't replace it in here. Of my quick stuff. That's CPR stuff. Where's my normal stuff? I think I did take it out. Or somebody took it out for me. No, I don't think I need quick plot. I think I'm okay for that. Where is my... Yeah, it's gone. No, somebody took my Band-Aid bag. Well, dang it. All right, we'll just grab one of these. All I wanted was a simple Band-Aid. Yeah, and the nice thing is these things all rip off and they have color-coded handles. I love this thing. It's impressive. It scares people when you open it up because the whole thing folds out flat. The guy I brought it over for listened an EMT and he's like, oh my God, where'd you get that? Like, I don't know, Amazon? All right. Now, I can finally put the Band-Aid on my finger after all that. It would have been way quicker to just go to my first aid kit. Oh well. Man, he really got me really good. Right at the junction of the finger and the heel of my hand there. Oh, Benji. He was literally hanging around. All right, let's see if we can get this looped on here in the correct angle. There. Fantastic. All right. I figure if you're going to have something around, why not go overboard with it? Oh yeah, witch hazel. I've used witch hazel on stuff. It stings differently than alcohol. It has a totally different feel. Jumps in attack's face. No. All right. Yes. If you guys don't have a cool medical bag at home, what are you even doing with your lives? Do 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 do. Where is my? What did it do here? Okay, that is not what I was looking for. I have a sheet of notes, and it opened up the wrong document. And I'm looking at it, going, "Huh? Nope." Oh, I know why I did that. Those are my notes that I was working on for my my books and stuff. Got it. What did this? Oh, I see what it did. Okay, it opened. Yeah, it opened. All right, let's see if this actually works this time. All right, this one looks correct. Where is my note? Huh. I guess I did answer that question for myself. All right, go. I will go ahead and make sure that I note that for myself. All right. Okay. And my question still stands for Erudia. So, all right. Interesting. I'm looking for a note on these guys because I wrote something else up about their main temple at one point. Where I ended up putting that? Oh, I know what entry I put that under. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I gotta go to here. Nice. Where is the portal? It'll work. It's in the same area. We'll go with that. Need a new EpiPen. Get a new EpiPen. Oh, cheap on your tourniquet. Oh yeah, that's every time I get a scratch from my cats. Normally, if I get scratched by almost anything, I don't care. But for cats, I always clean it out with alcohol and wet wipes and sometimes iodine and throw antibiotic stuff on it pretty quickly because I have a lot of scars on my legs from not having paid attention to them. And they all healed just fine, but they always leave little scars. And so this way I'm assured that it will heal a little better. I can be Dr. Evil. Message you, Doc. Good. Good. Yeah, I've got to update some stuff in that pack because it's most of it's not going to have any problems, but even band-aids sometimes can be a little messed up. And I found out the hard way that the little blue like latex gloves that people use for that stuff, you leave those together next to each other, and if that thing gets hot and warm or whatever, after a while, those things just break down. So, yeah, I'll get if I put anything in there now, I put in those Oh, what are they called? There's another type of glove it's very similar, but they don't break down as quickly. New green axolotl. Green axolotl. Oh, look. I saw the red one, pink one. Boop. Okay, Chrysanth, what? I'm just reading something you wrote in memes. You could take or leave that, but Fudgy the Whale is the best ice cream cake out there. Fudgy the Whale? What? Where am I even at? Oh, happy little axolotl. I like his blue. The blue and the green go together well. Nice. You was out here slandering Fudgy the Whale? I know nothing about this Fudgy the Whale. I am not familiar with his product. From Carvel. That doesn't help me either, but sure, we'll go with it. It's a brand or something. Last time I went to a party, they brought an ice cream cake because it was going to be hot. They wanted to make sure it was nice and cold, and they brought it, and that sucker was like a rock because they put it in their chest freezer and just left it. And they brought it out, and people were coming up with a knife, like, can't cut through it. So it slowly softened and then melted, and they got through it finally, but it was a huge mess. Like, well, we know what to not do next time. That was also the party where the one mom was like, I could have sworn. She's like, I did. I brought another bottle of that magic shell or whatever the hell it's called. That there's whatever brand it is or generic brand. And it was like chocolate mint or mint chocolate. And they could not find it. And one of the kids later was just like, he was throwing up and he was all sick. And like, oh, he had too much of this or that or whatever. Turns out he took the bottle of magic shell and he just sucked the whole thing down because it was chocolate in a squeeze bottle. You learn what you learn. And she's like, wow, it looks like he's got mud in his nose and stuff. Evidently, he was like throwing it up and the chocolate was coming out of his nose. Like, oh. Augustus Gloop indeed. All right, so I'm reading about this place here because I wanted to check what is going on here. What's I call the anomalies? It's an ice cream cake. There, I tagged you, heathen. I just got over my ice cream craving. Ha ha! I can make anyone dislike anything, I think. Ask Chrysanth about a smoothie I explained to her. Fudgy the Whale. Whale of a cake with layers of vanilla and chocolate ice cream, separated by a layer of chocolate crunchies, then covered with fudge, crunchies, and whipped topping. Variety of sizes that serve 6 to 12 people. Product contains soy, milk, and wheat. No substitutions, alterations, or additions. For customized cake, please call or visit this location. Wow. Whipped topping. I don't know. Whipped topping. I don't know. All right. What were you guys saying over here? I can make a smoothie. Yeah, don't make the smoothie I described to her. Trying to get her to give shrimp on a pizza a try. Hey, shrimp on a pizza is not bad. I had a Cajun. Literally, it was a Cajun shrimp pizza. It was andouille sausage. It was Cajun blackened shrimp, and the heck was it? There was a third ingredient. Okra. But it was okra rings. It had the goop out. They only wanted the rings for the crunch, and they weren't very crunchy because the okra did not stay crunchy on the pizza. But the pizza was really good. I was really surprised. It was kind of like what is that with all that stuff? Is that jambalaya or is it gumbo? Whatever it is, it was that kind of a pizza. It was good. But they also made a po' boy version of it, like a shrimp and andouille sausage and whatever po' boy if you didn't want to have it with the pizza and the cheese and stuff. But they do those really well. It's kind of like that thing that I sent the picture of before, Crescent. That was the lady who made the the Italian ice cream cone. It was the bread that was hollowed out with the meatballs in it. They do that with blackened shrimp and sausage and stuff in the bread. Those are really good. Very sloppy to eat, but very good. Okra, yeah, okra's good. What was the cringe Crescent? Love when autocorrect fixes words that are common and meant to be there. Oh gosh, yeah. I'll put like I'll try to type always or something if I'm using swipe on my phone, and it'll be like ashtray. Like you've always liked this thing. You ashtray like this thing. How does that make sense? Not crazy. Exactly. He is not crazy about that one specific thing. We'll just be very clear. Agent Corey is not crazy about that one specific thing. We're going to do an entry here. Oh, that should be a comma. check this really quickly. Yeah, because I'm thinking about something here. See, there we go. You still won't try it someday. I learned a fudgy from an invention exchange. What? Inga and TV, son of TV's Frank, showing how turning it to different angles makes new products. I don't know who 90% of those people are, but that sounds interesting. So turning that's kind of fun. You don't taste the shrimp. You don't taste the shrimp. That and fudgy are the same thing. A wheel of other alternatives. What are we talking about here? Is the the alternatives not the shrimp on pizza, but fudgy? Got it. Mom read out loud and I heard her go, that sounds good. Wait a second. Whoops, Anthem. Are you telling us? Are you telling us? A lie. There. I got to say millennia ago, so it's like, you know, a millennial thing. Right? Right. To the ruin. Now home, not home. Laboratories, any beings. A millennia ago. There we go. See if you can find a clip. Ah, excellent. Local pizza places put tiny shrimp on crust pizza with pepperoni, hamburger, sausage, and bacon. Oh, really? Wow, I've never had a pizza like that before. I'm totally extra quiet and still. I do that. If I was an e-girl, for $50, I'll sit quietly and stare. That one's for free. Well, where I also looked up when the State Fair of Texas opens this year. Unfortunately, it's surely after the con in Dallas. Surely, I like that. I'm assuming that means shortly, but I like Shirley, and don't call me Shirley. You know, that reminds me, we have a local festival that I have to find out when that is. It is 73rd year this has been going on. Right. August 19th to the 23rd. All right. Have to see if family's going to it or not. There is a sweet corn festival. It's like a 4 or 5 day thing, and they bring in 80 tons of locally grown sweet corn. But they only do that on the weekend. And you can actually buy corn there too, which they wised up way back in the day. Like, hey, some people just want to come here and actually be like, hey, can I buy some of that corn? And they do. I just remember as a kid eating so. Because they roast it. So good. So good. But they also have a carnival there and all kinds of stuff like that. Don't make me hungry too late. Some ship is over there in the meme channel saying, don't make me hungry. Uh-huh. Oh, interesting. I have never had a pizza like that. Cajun Corey, interesting. Huh. Ooh, sweet corn. Oh yeah, it's so good. Sounds cool. Yeah, up here in the Wisconsin area, uh there's a dairy festival. People come from all over the world for it. Like a dairy expo, I think is what it's called. 1886, except 9 years, one of which was 2020. Well, those jerks. Let's see here. All right, so I added this entry. I'm going to reread this thing. There we go. Ruined heart. That'll add a little punch to it. A little punch. I'm gonna go see if Benji is good because he ran off one after he hung off of my hand. Oh, I'm bleeding through the bandage. And which is good. It's bleeding and getting all the stuff out. I'm gonna go see if he wants to go out or if he's doing okay. He's fine. I'm sure he's fine. I just heard him go. What? Oops. All right, buddy. Here, we'll turn the chair back for you guys. Where you at now? Where'd you go? Yeah, I can see him. I don't know where he went. A little dork. Around somewhere. I'll find him. He'll show up when I least expect it and just be like, eh. All hail the chair. Couldn't find a clip, but I linked the episode at the start of the scene. Okay, cool. Oh, hey, I looked online to see if anybody had made a gumbo pizza. Literally, just go look up gumbo pizza. This person is like pizza dough, shrimp, chicken breast, andouille sausage, Monterey Jack cheese, onion, bell pepper, okra, tomato sauce, tomato paste, white wine, cayenne pepper, thyme, and salt and pepper. You're making a pizza. Huh. Chaircoon. Yes, I ended up in another reality. It sucked. It was so boring. Ew, it's Patton Oswalt. we'll have to watch that later. Or the rest of it. I see they have their wheel going. Even though, like I said, it is Patton Oswalt who just I just my soul just dies a little bit when I see him. I don't know. He's not I don't find him to be funny, but I'm not incensed about him like other people. I see him and I'm like, oh. I kind of feel like him like I feel about Eeyore. Oh, I feel bad for him. Oh, Patton Oswalt. Thanks for noticing me. Okay, that rounds out the sentence. All right, I got it. Unfortunately. Ah, well. It's okay. It's all right. We'll all make it through. We'll survive. Convincing son to Frank Conniff's TV Frank. TV. I still don't understand who that is, but then again, I tend to, not remember certain things. Because he was who was the original guy who did Mystery Science Theater? Is it Joel something? Or is it I can't remember now. It's been a while. But I used to watch it way back in the day. See, look at me watching stuff. Of course, I also used to listen to Dr. Demento on the radio. So okay, good. I added the new entry. Joel Hodgson. That's right. There you go. Yeah, I knew if I asked you, you'd know. Oh, they put him back to charge. I thought for some reason he got like divested of the show or he got kicked out or something. I don't remember what even happened, but I just remember liking old episodes and then I never watched it for a long time. And then I saw there were a whole bunch of other people on it, characters and stuff. And I was like, what is all this? So I don't know. I had no clue. I don't know if they were creating a Mystery Science Theater 3000 verse, kind of like Mel Brooks. We got content till 2182, folks. All right. Let me go back up to these entries to make sure that I didn't change anything in that one that is going to make these not make sense. First Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil. Portal. Okay. Plays the faceless minion who sends the movie to the soul. Comments at the million eyes of whoever sounds familiar. Wow. There's the producer that kind of pushed Joel out. Ah, lame. Frank left because of the producer. I heard they're going to be remaking because I just saw what's her name on there, the redheaded lady, that they're going to be remaking the guild or going to be restarting the guild or something like that. Back in the day, it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, is it really? it gonna work today? These days? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll hit people right. We'll smack them right in the funny bone. Mike Nelson stayed to keep going for the fans until he and the other performers had enough. Probably won't work. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many things being made nowadays because they can, and they get the license, or somebody has the license and has the people on board. They're like, we're gonna do it. Like, everybody was really excited for the Firefly thing. They're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then I guess all the people involved were like, we better make sure that when we announce this, we try and really jazz it up, because there are a lot of people who don't watch all the other bits and pieces we talk about, and they're not going to realize that we're making something that's animated. Because I think they saw maybe, well, anime for one thing, but also the, my god, the Critical Role thing, the Legend of Machina, whatever the hell it was. Their thing was evidently successful, so they're like, we can do it. I don't know. I would have thought it would have been easier to just film a show, but what do I know? All right, let me look here quickly at something. I'm trying to make absolutely certain. Come on. Oh, there we go. Because we finished our campaign on Tuesday nights. And so we defeated the evil, defeated Vecna and his schemes, and wrapped that campaign up. But we're talking about what we're going to do next, and they want to play in person, but they want to play a different game, but they don't know which one. And I was like, we're not meeting tonight, right? Nobody was really specific on that. I'm hoping they're not considering it, because I did not plan for that. If that's what they want, we'll figure it out. All right. Let's see. I've got Alu Bashpu, Rabasu, and Iru written out. With the Temples of Unveiling, they all have their specifics. The one is a ruin that has the portal lake. Okay, I got all that stuff. There we go. Mike and his bot said a couple things leading to riff tracks. Praise Frank, Mike's wife, Mary Jo, has done moving riffing project. Okay. Got the rights back, made season 11 to 12 at Netflix and 13 on a streaming site of his own. Oh, he sold the rights to Shout Factory, doing season 4 of the riff track experiments. Weird. Well, it's good that they're still going and they got an audience. That's cool. Okay. This quickly. there. Here. Did they say any here? Did not. So maybe this is all, maybe it's all set. Boy, bug bothering me. You can't tell. Quickly done with that. Okay, good. We keep circulating the URLs. Whee! Yeah, if you guys want to see them read that book, or I shouldn't say see them read that book, witness them read that book, suffer through that abomination that some people actually call literature, you guys only have to do that's $128 more, something like that. We might need supervision. Hello, Aphrodisius. Yeah, I think it's only, wait, is it that close? It's like $128 until we get to that. Let me go look here again. I know there's a channel for it. How you doing, Aphrodisius? Where is it? Where is the PC thing? There's so many things in here. I can't find it. Here we go. There it is. We are at 2372. 2500 gets it to the point where the ladies are reading a book. If Erudia was smart, he would have made sure that I had to be there to suffer more than any other human being ever, but he didn't. So, ha. But yeah, I think it's $128 to get him to that. Oh. So, Aphrodisius, what brings you here? You just coming by to say hello? Giving us a high five? I shouldn't have said that with me here. Oh, it's too late. It's all set in stone. That's how these things work. I'm pretty sure that's how these work. Please make sure this is how things work. I should never have said that. If Erudia is smart, that's a tall ask. So, about that. He's a clever man. Hey. Boom. And I told you guys I was going to order a pizza because I wanted to, but I didn't get black olives. I'm making even more grossness for you all. I'm putting green olives on it. So it's going to happen eventually. Yeah, it'll happen. All the things shall happen. All right. What's wrong with me? I like the bitter. I like bitter foods. I like bitter food and bitter people. Bitter coffee. Give me all the bitterness. Speaking of bitter, this isn't going to follow 100%. I saw that Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers is just completely going off on everybody, just sticking a knitting needle in everybody, trying to goad them because he is still riding the excitement that, you know, Nolan's Odyssey is making money. And people were like, yeah, it's not a good movie, but it's going to probably make the money. It's falling off and this and that. But he's totally he's just having so much fun jabbing people. And I'm like, wow. He's a goat herder. He herds people by goading them. Green olives, yeah. Black olives are great on pizza. Yeah, I just had a container of black olives, so now I'm going to green olives on the pizza. If I was smart, these words been used in the same sentence before. I don't know. Maybe. Perhaps. Whee! All right. Let's see. We got into the Temple of Rabasu. Okay, Necromancer's Paradise. So I'm just going through these entries here now that I got from that other section into this one to make sure that I'm still on track here. The paid promotion thing they did say it was a good movie was funny. That was actually kind of entertaining. Everybody's like paid promotion, paid partner, paid partnership, or whatever, all those things. That was kind of funny. I quite honestly, I'm so glad that I didn't go see it because as a person who studied classics, I'm like, oh, the Odyssey, I'd go see that. And I heard it was being done by Christopher Nolan, and I was like, I'm not a fanboy person. I could care less who the hell does something. It doesn't guarantee success or failure. I just go and watch if it looks good. And the more trailers I saw, they're like the Anne Hathaway looking like the harpiest harpy of all harpies. I was like, okay, I see why he stayed away from home for 20 years. Got it. Okay. And all the other bits and pieces with the weird sounds and the god awful dialogue. Like, holy crap. Then now people like saying that what's her name? Emily Wilson was mad at him because he didn't make it woke enough. And then people are like saying, ha, we got you. We owned the chuds because she said it wasn't woke enough. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's hilarious. And people calling it a cultural phenomenon. I'm like, those two words do go together, and you can say cultural phenomenon and not be lying. You can also say that no one will think about this movie in 2 years, and everybody will be like, what? Oh, yeah, I guess he did make that. Because it will die quickly. It is not going to be remembered. It is not going to be quoted like, oh, brother, where art thou 26 years later. It is not going to be quoted like a Gladiator. It is going to be forgotten, and then people will be like, remember that movie that made all that money? And so, and that people will argue that that doesn't matter. Quotable doesn't matter. Like, matters if you're talking cultural phenomenon, because all you're talking about is a monetary phenomenon. Lucre, filthy lucre, cash money. And also people ripping it apart saying, well, yeah, when you charge $20 to $30 for a ticket for IMAX, of course you're going to make more money. So then people are talking about tickets sold and this and that, and they're arguing back and forth. And everybody who's mad about this or that will say they're moving the goalpost. And I'm like, quite honestly, I'd rather they just checked everything based on tickets sold. It's easier. But that's me. I'm not a cinemaphile. I haven't gone to see a movie in a theater in like many years. Not as many years as it's been since like Chrysanthemum's gone, but you know, I haven't gone for a while. James Gunn's Odyssey siren scene. Take some time in the middle of a ride. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at that. Isn't she supposed to be so beautiful she makes the gods Eloise? No. Jealous, I'm guessing. Well, you know, here's the thing. People have ideas and preferences and agendas and whatever. They're gonna do what they want to do. I don't find the woman to be ugly. I don't find her to be that pretty. When she makes some of the faces she makes, and when Anne Hathaway makes some of the faces she makes, I'm just like, ugh! And when they tried to make Matt Damon, I couldn't remember his name. I was like, what the hell is that guy's name? Look like he's grizzled and this and that. And I'm like, holy crap, did he just make a Vietnam film? It's like this guy looks like he's tortured by the village he hit with napalm, and he's just like, I can't go home yet. Like, okay. But, and that's to me is has absolutely nothing to do with the actual story of the Odyssey. It's just his storytelling. He's fine. Go ahead, do it. I'm happy for him. I think he probably made like personally like $30-40 million off the movie already by himself. Like, if you could do it, like, holy crap, capitalism, yay! Yay, capitalism! Exactly. My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legion, loyal servant to the true emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I'll have my vengeance in this life or the next. Almost saw Casablanca in the theater in Feb, and I got sick. Oh, Matt Damon. Oh man, seeing Casablanca in the theater. I quite honestly, I want to go. Just anybody who tells me that the dialogue in the Odyssey is groundbreaking and amazing, I want to grab them and I want to put them in a chair, Clockwork Orange style, pry their eyes open, and make them watch The Thin Man. And then we can have a discussion about dialogue. Or give them a copy of any Lawrence Block novel. Then we can talk dialogue. Dinguses. Thin Man is awesome, yes. 80s Written. They need to leave ancient writings alone. Everyone does turns great things to abominations. You know, and the thing is, having studied it, I absolutely loved. I hate modern adaptations of old movies and old things. There are two that stand out to me that people did well for different reasons. Actually, three. One is Robin Hood Men in Tights, because it was a complete spoof of Robin Hood legends and stuff. One was A Knight's Tale. Barring the music, that really pissed me off, and the weird stuff, the anachronisms and stuff. The basics they did with the story and a whole bunch of the characters, I'm like, oh, these are kind of fun. They really put these together well. And Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? They took the story of Odysseus and threw him in the deep south in the 20s. Like, okay. And we never needed another adaptation after that. I totally ate my words. I'm like, I'm going to go see this movie regardless. Because it feels like it's going to hurt me and hurt my soul. And those actors and actresses and the writers and everybody just took it, ran with it, and did their own thing and knocked it out of the park. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then we get a thing like the thing Nolan made. Fighting for a daddy you don't remember. Somebody get these beggars out of here. The throne is set empty only because only a man can sit on it. Wow. Okay. And he had to change the end because it was too misogynistic. But hey, you can't argue with the numbers he did. Holy crap. Anyway, this is me on less than 2 hours of sleep, by the way. Yeah, I'm just mostly annoyed. Because I saw more today. I saw more those quest pitch things with mood boards. Yeah. I mean, I'm heartened because I see other people actually doing good sales when they're doing their books and going to conventions and stuff. So there's hope for, products like this, like we're working on for Legend Seeker, that they'll get out to people who are like, hey, we just want a game that is a game setting. It's got cool stuff. It's got evil stuff. It's got fun stuff. And you play it however you want. And we're not trying to push this ridiculous agenda of whatever that is. Just take this, go, do the things, play. Play. It doesn't hurt that it's very fun to play. Speaking of that, who's been in one of the recent playtests? Because I haven't been able to sign up for any because I've been too damn busy and I want you guys to be able to sign up, so I don't want to take a spot. I hear that some characters may have gotten downed. Maybe Kyle was responsible for one of them. Just saying. Don't trust Kyle with your legendary character. And it had to be canceled because Erudia's job sucks. That's what you were in one of those, weren't you? I'm so close all the time to jumping in that playtest chat and just saying, luck, mine, and just leaving. And stealing all Erudia's luck. All right, so I've gotten these entries fixed for this place. So let me go back to... So I want to look at one thing. Do I want to put this on here? I don't do. I am going to put it on the map after all. Let's do it. we're going to put this on here. We're going to find the correct font. We'll take it down to that level. And we will kick it up to about, it should be about that size. We will give it a little bit of a glow. Nope. And we'll go to our symbols. We will find the city. This guy. Make him that size because this thing is right there. We are going to take this tree and move it there. We'll move it behind that hill a little bit. This down a little bit. Whoop, put that there. Uh-oh, I see a red thing. Prodigious. Oh my goodness. Look at you. $200. Says hello to us. Drops $200. Wanders out the door. Crowd goes wild. Cats and dogs living together. You rock, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. Mass hysteria, exactly. Erudia was too quiet for me, so I had to head it loud. Ah. Drops a red boy, walks out. Bam. Sassy Witch, when you were doing that, were you in Discord with them? Is that how you guys were doing it? If you are in Discord, and if you can actually access everybody, if you right click on anybody's name, a little window pops up with a slider right in the center. You can just slide that slider for each person up and down so you can individually adjust each person. That's how he rolls. It is how he rolls. Bam! Bazinga! So yeah, there you go. That if you're in a voice chat like that, you just right click on their name and everybody has their own individual slider. Ruda was really quiet in Discord for some reason. It was the same in our Wednesday game last week. Well, he's probably still adjusting to how his computer is set up, given all the madness that happened with it. That's my guess. That's my guess. All right, I want to grab this thing because I just realized I think this needs to be a little. I need to make that one size smaller. I'll put it in line with the other ones. It is more important, but whoops, it shouldn't be that much larger. All right, there we go. He was maxed out, could barely hear him. Yeah, he probably was having some problems with voice meter and stuff. So then again, in my which game was I in? Was that Monday? I don't know. One of the games I was in, they told me I was like tons of background noise and everything, and I'm like, I've literally changed nothing. And it doesn't happen in any other video. It was weird. No mouse, your laptop hates you. Hey, you know what you should get? A laptop that doesn't hate you. And maybe a mouse. Maybe both. I'm just saying. All right, I got a message here. What did I get for it? A message. Okay. I got a message. Message for you, sir. I'm trying to decide if I want to move this up a little bit so I can see that a little bit. My cats, everyone. They're rampaging. Yeah, we're going to move this up so we can see the whole thing there. And that allows me to move this up a little bit. Do I want to move it up, though? No, I'll leave it. I will move... Oh, maybe I'll move it over, though. It really doesn't matter a whole lot. It's not gonna stay this way. There we go. We'll just center it on that. All right. Alu, Iru, Bashmu, and Rabisu. All of them ending with Ooh. Ooh. So these temples and all the stuff from the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, the elf who founded the Brotherhood of the Gilded Veil, thought, why don't we become gods? The gods don't matter, blah, blah, blah. We're going to delve into the lore of the keepers. These are all named using old Mesopotamian terms. Some of them are kind of based off the idea of these demonic forces or monstrous forces or just forces of nature that are misunderstood. And that's kind of why I went with these sort of names and that kind of naming scheme, that they're all a place. They're a temple of unveiling, a way to peel back reality to see what things are going on. But they also have a horrific dark side to all of them. So, and these guys didn't really care about that. So if they give you kind of a strange feeling when seeing those names, that's why, because they do not fit the naming scheme of this entire area for a reason. But there's also a reason this place is called Kiru. See, look, it's all coming back around, even though these people named their place supposedly themselves. Lightning! No, lightning. Wait, did you just have lightning, or are you just saying lightning? The best film that is most faithful to its source, ancient writings, or even just gets the theme right. Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, there's so many movies that are based off of source writings that they just decided to based on, and just went wee, and they're still good, but they're not accurate adaptations. There was, man, I don't even remember the name of it. There's a film that I saw at one point. I think it might have been, was it Greek or Mediterranean? I don't even remember now. That focused on one of the. It wasn't the Aeneid. It could have been Eurestia. I don't remember what it was. It was good, but a little strange. It was a little bit out there. And then now people are telling Elon Musk, hey, get Mel Gibson to direct one in Greek and do a faithful adaptation. And people who are mad are like, you would never have done this if Nolan hadn't done it. So it just doesn't make any sense. You'd never have done this if he hadn't paved the way for you. So you're all posers. I'm sorry, nobody's ever started a project because they were like, that guy sucks. I can do better. Had good luck, lady, didn't steal it. Hey, I was going to only steal Erudia's luck, Sassy Witch. I was going to leave your guys' luck alone. Wolf is demanding a lot of attention. We're just talking here. Knight's Tale is excellent because it's just sufficiently absurd. No one mistaken for historical. Yeah, they went totally weird. Hey, if you want to see something that is totally not faithful to anything, it is David Mitchell. I think it's David Mitchell or David Webb. I can't remember. He was the guy from Mitchell and Webb, the heavier set guy. He did a show, and I don't know where the episodes are, what show you can, or what series or place you can watch them on. You might be able to find them on YouTube even, called Upstart Crow. And it is a comedy of Shakespeare. Shakespeare at home writing his plays and all the goofy things he gets into and all the fun stuff. It's stupid but funny. Ranger. I did like Northman. That was pretty good. It's basically the story of what's his name, Hamlet, whatever. Yeah, the story that inspired the idea of Hamlet. And there's other things that I've watched that are completely tangential to real history, but get a lot of facts correct, like the Lost Kingdom or the Last Kingdom. I think it's the Last Kingdom, in the time of Alfred the Great, because it follows, what's his name of Bebenberg? totally forgot the main character's name. Yeah, that guy. The guy who who's I was basing Godwin's voice off of. I can't remember his name. Uhtred. Uhtred of Bebenberg. Upstart Crow. I think it's called that. Only film I liked was Ancient Theme. In recent times, it felt somewhat the Northman. Yeah, there you go, Northman. Yep. Yeah, the Northman. It's good. There's some fighting scenes in it. They're a little weird, but it was pretty well done. Yeah. At least I believe it's called Up. You know, now that I typed, let me make sure I'm not lying to you. Yep, Upstart Crow. It was on BBC in 2016. It's a British sitcom based on the life of William Shakespeare, written by Ben Elton. Yeah, and you can find the episodes on YouTube, evidently. It went out, wow, 4 seasons, 2016 to 2020. Satirical sitcom about how friends, family, historical circumstances, and his arch rival Robert Greene, who first coined the derogatory term upstart crow, influenced William Shakespeare to write his famous plays. So yeah, oh, it looks like it might be on Netflix. You're delayed. All right. All right, so I got all these in here, and I crossed my notes off, so these are done. So I'm not going to go back and change the other or work on the other NPC right now until I get a go-ahead from Erudia to put it in there, because I want to make sure if we're following that format, we're going to have to add some more sections to a bunch of these NPCs I made. Now, these smaller NPCs that I've written up, like the war wives of they're not going to get full-fledged entries. They each have a few paragraphs, and that's it. They're not going to get a whole NPC entry unless we do a splat book on Fire Giant Warlord Bruch and his war wives. Isn't that the Black Adder creator? It might be. It might be. I don't know. I don't know the creators of those shows all that well. I'm a kind of a cotton-headed ninny muggins when it comes to that stuff. Woohoo! I am a cotton-headed ninny muggins. Oh, let's see here. What am I doing? All right. Well, that is marked off too, so I'm good there. I don't have to. You know what's funny is I just realized I have this map where I'm working on it almost in the right position to actually match up to where it should be on the screen here. I have to zoom it in and zoom it out and get it in the right position, and I got it like right there. It'd be almost perfect. Not quite, but it's almost there. That is funny. Because that is that right there. It would be somewhere around that area. Sorry, I'm having fun visually. Right, so I got those. Got this done. Got another section done. I worked on some more NPCs. I added a new area. I checked off a whole bunch of notes. Yay! We get somewhere. And even without art, I did not expect this book to be getting around this large. It is, even with the formatting kind of messed up right now, like I have things too smushed in, this thing is almost 300 pages long. Hello, 40 Viking. Writer series 2 to 4. I'm not sure what you mean there. Oh, he was the writer of series 2. Got it. Got it. Wi-Fi crash. No! Don't crash the Wi-Fi. Don't crash the Wi-Fi. All right. Boop. Oh, I should check and see when this this mystical pizza I ordered is getting here. See, that's calling back to an old Julia Roberts movie for no apparent reason. Where is my Dasher is on the way. Hey, look at that. Person is a stop away. All right. Well, I am gonna get the heck out of here. It looks like 3 minutes early. Aha! Don't tell Erudia, he'll turn me into wizard glue. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get my shoes on and get upstairs and get this pizza. And I will talk to you all a little bit later. If I get industrious, I might hop online and play a game or write. We'll see. But I will see you guys in about an hour, regardless, and chat for Seasons of Ghosts. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.